So everyone, let's just take a breath. We're getting through technical difficulties. So let's just take a breath and breathe in. Good morning. I'm Robin Rice Olmsted, and I will lead you in this meditation today. So just breathing in and letting go of the morning, everything that's gone before this morning. And taking another breath and feeling your body anchoring in this space right here, right now. Letting go of anything else that's going on in the day, any to-dos, anything coming up. And just breathing into this now moment. And as we breathe into this moment, we just recognize Spirit. We recognize the fullness and the allness surrounding us. We enter into this sacred time just knowing that each and every breath is God saying, "Yes, beloved. Yes, beloved, you are here on purpose. You are here with a mission. You are here and you are divine. You are exquisite. You are absolutely everything that I had hoped for." And so we breathe into that space with curiosity, with wonder, with an openness to just allow Spirit to speak to us. So we just settle into this sacred time with Spirit. And we know that as God is, I am. As God is, I am. And we just allow any sounds, any thoughts to take us deeper into the knowingness that as God is, I am. As God is, I am. And so as we begin to bring this meditation to a close, we come back into our bodies, we wiggle our toes and our fingers, and we thank God for those toes and those fingers, for those feet that have walked many journeys that have gotten us here. We just are in gratitude for our body temples, just seeing the light coursing up through our legs and our chakras and our chest and our heart and our throat and our head. Just seeing that glow and being so grateful for all the working parts and organs and pieces. And just recognizing the divine motion in all of that. And recognizing the divine as that place of beauty and grace and ease and confidence and humor and joy and creativity and infinite possibility. That is spirit, and that is who we are. And so as we remember and we reclaim our true identity, we know that we are unstoppable. That truly as God is, I am. As God is, we are. And so we remember that we can come to this place anytime through our breath and just remembering the breath of God is breathing us. So we breathe into that and we just allow it to be. And so it is. Amen. And service will begin in about 10 minutes. Thank you.
so funny because Seahawks, so gathering myself a little bit. I usually don't wear a hat on Sundays when you're supposed to, because I tend to do things you're not supposed to do. So I said, no. So I get here.
Guess who snuck in?
I'm good, thank you. That's a lot of stuff. It was February 7th and you're so
That's all right.
all this stuff is in
I'll give it a couple.
my goodness.
Hi.
Thank you. That's nice.
everybody, please take your seats and let's start. Welcome to the Rio Grande Center for Spiritual Living, an integrated CSL where all faiths are welcome and none are required. I'm Tamara Williams. My pronouns are she and her, and I'm so grateful for each one joining us today, whether online or in the building. Thank you for turning off your noisemakers, your cell phones, or whatever else, because those are distracting, and we want to maintain the sanctity of our time together. If you're joining online, welcome. You can click on closed captioning if you need assistance. Together, we are transforming our world with the power of love in action. I want to take a minute to honor the many folks who are embodying love in action today, supporting our celebration this morning. Our musical inspiration was provided by performing songwriter and CSL minister, Reverend Kit Holmes. We're so happy you're here. Our tech team, Cheryl Ray, Sue, and Sherry. Thank you, all three. We've had a few people donating food, some store-bought, some homemade, and we're grateful to you for doing that. Liz is staffing the Spirit Bound bookstore, and let's give a shout out to Liz because she's worked so hard. We also have spiritual practitioner and licensed Unity teachers serving us today, holding us in service and consciousness and prayer, including our chaplain, Carmela, and practitioner Robin Rice Olmsted, who led us in a wonderful meditation this morning. It was just lovely. God is, I am. And Lisa Kerr, our practitioner, who will lead us in our opening prayer and share the reading for the day, and Reverend Gill will host our celebration. And Reverend Kit does dual duty, right? Musician, and she will deliver today's inspirational message. She's also a certified transformational life coach. So, as you all know, there are a lot of things happening here at the center. So I'm here to help keep you on track. First of all, a big thank you to all who helped out yesterday at the new location and painted. Reverend Gill told me several walls were painted, and we really can see this transformation happening over there. And Kim Peabody is our healer today, offering therapeutic hugs and tantra meditation. The big changes are coming to the bookstore, as you know. The inventory at our new location will be primarily books and cards. So now's your chance to score that special thing you've had your eye on. Whether it's a necklace, a Buddha statue, candles, incense, they're 50% off. Such a deal. And the bookstore will be closed the last 2 weeks of February, so now's the time to get them. Our February Volunteer of the Month is Mike Hacker. No kidding. Who's sporting a really cool hat for Hat Day. Mike is...
The whole year, now.
Mike is our kitchen angel extraordinaire. He also provides huge financial support and always lends a hand. We really appreciate you, Mike. And now that it's February 1st, the countdown to our new home is getting shorter and shorter. So here's what's happening the next few weeks. When is our moving sale? February 7th. You got it. You got it. So please take a flyer, pass it around. They're all over the place. It's a great flyer. And have you seen the social hall? I mean, it's amazing. There's so much stuff in there. It's very compelling for the shoppers. Some of us get overwhelmed looking at it, but I think it'll be a real haven for shoppers. And Tuesday's transition email will feature a Word document that you can save and cut and paste to post on your social media accounts. So if you're active on Instagram or Facebook or whatever, please do that. Spread the word. You can do it a number of ways, right? On social media, handing out the flyers to friends, family, or post them different places, but remember to take them down afterwards. And just talking to people about it. We want a huge crowd here. We want most everything gone. So let's do this. So February 16th to 21st is the week we'll be focusing on packing. Pretty important, right? So please clear off your calendar if you can and contact Brian or Ron. Okay. And February 22nd is the last Sunday celebration here at Alexander. So be sure to join us for our closing ceremonies and a very special farewell. This is going to be a big one, right? Saying goodbye to this space. And then March 8th is our first Sunday celebration at San Mateo. Pretty exciting. So after today's service, the journey of one group will continue the exploration into the way of mastery, and Rev. Chio will facilitate. And now for the opening prayer.
I evoke that essence of God, that presence of God into this space, knowing that this space is holy, knowing that this space is filled with that magical, divine essence that we call God, that each of us is surrounded by and filled with that essence, that presence, that state of being that helps us to live our life to the fullest, that gives us guidance and support and security in everything that we do and in everything that we see. And I give gratitude for everybody that is here at the service today, for everybody that is watching online, for everybody in our community and the greater community of Albuquerque and the state and the world. And gratitude especially for our musicians and anyone participating in the service, knowing that their special messages reach each of us into our heart space. And with that, I release this prayer into the law of mind, knowing that it cannot come back to us void. And so it is.
Good morning. We're going to start this morning with a little more energy with a spirit of love. I think you've heard it before, so we're going to do it again. Here we go. I live in the spirit of love. I live because love lives in me. I move in the spirit of love. I move in the spirit of love. I move in the spirit of love because love moves in me. I reach out in the spirit of love. I reach out in the spirit of love. I reach out in the spirit of love because love is out through me. We heal in the spirit of love. I heal in the spirit of love. I heal in the spirit of love because love heals through me. We're free in the spirit of love. We're free in the spirit of love. We're free in the spirit of love because love sets us free. Yeah, because love sets us free. Yeah, because love sets us free.
Reach out to somebody in the spirit of love. Say hello. Hello. Reach out to somebody else. Catch two people at least. Thank you, Kit. Woo. Good morning, everyone. Thanks so much for being here. I am Gil. I'm the spiritual leader here, and I just want to share with you, it has been amazing over the last few days. It was mentioned about all that was going on at the other location. We had, Bob and I counted at least 13 on our fingers, and there were probably more over the day that were there yesterday working. Here, I know there were at least 5 people over the day that had shown up here to work in different ways and capacities, setting up for the sale. You may notice a blank spot on the wall over there. That's because that's where chairs used to be. And they've been sold. So we have, the sale has begun, and that's good. That's good. We actually have 2 churches that took chairs.
Nice.
Yeah, at least 2. And so that's kind of cool. We're supporting other people, and they're supporting us, and it's all good. So that is just a reminder that there's only one God, and we're all in the same space together, right? There's just the oneness. And we know not only that there's one God with many names, we know that our thoughts are creative. So we keep an eye on what we think and what we're focused on. See, it's okay to let the thought go by, but when you get focused on it, then it starts taking effect. So if you want it, focus on it. Otherwise, don't. We know that all is love, truly. All is love, no matter what it looks like, it's love. And finally, we are very clear that everyone is created whole, perfect, and complete. Bless you, Margie. So that is the basis from which we operate. Is there anybody new with us today? Okay, how about some people that haven't been here in a while? Yeah. Franklin hasn't been here. I see Noni here with us today. We haven't seen her in a while. Who are you pointing out? Oh, Reverend George is with us today. Yeah. All right. So we're gonna bless everyone, but just keep those folks in mind, especially as we do it. Let's rub our hands together. And folks at home, receive this as well. Especially if you're new, please hear this. We see you.
We see you.
We know who you really are.
We know who you really are.
You are the divine image of Spirit.
You are the divine image of Spirit.
You are life itself.
You are life itself.
We give thanks for you.
We give thanks for you.
We love you.
We love you.
And welcome home.
Welcome home. I think,
She's next.
yeah.
Okay, Lisa's coming back up. Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you, Reverend Gill. It is time for our spiritual reading for the day. And this week, the spiritual reading comes from The Science of Mind, The Principles of Successful Living, demonstrating the law, and this can be found on pages 271 and 272. The student should take time every day to see his life as he wishes it to be, to make a mental picture of his ideal. He should pass this picture over to the law and go about his business with the calm assurance that on the inner side of his life, something is taking place. There should not be any sense of hurry or worry about this, just a calm, peaceful sense of reality. Let the law work through and express itself, the experience. There should be no idea of compulsion. We do not have to make the law work. It is its nature to work. In gladness, then, we should make known our desires, and in confidence, we should wait upon the perfect law to manifest through us. Our part is to be ready and willing to be guided into truth and liberty. If in the making of a demonstration, it becomes necessary to change our mode of living, then the law will point the way and we will follow. Our correct choice will be part of the working of the law. All doubt and fear must go, and in their place must come faith and confidence for all who shall be led by the Spirit into all good. People often say, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to make a choice. We must realize that there is an intelligence within us that does know. This guidance is just as true in India, where people are Buddhist, as it is in America, where people are Christians. It was just as true 10,000 years ago, before the advent of Christianity, as it will be 10,000 years hence. We'll take a moment of silence now to let these thoughts absorb.
I'm sending this out this morning to the people of Minnesota. Oh, when we open our hearts and cast our love across the seas, we will share our light with the rising sun, and we'll know who we've come here to be. Oh, when we open our eyes and recognize the possibilities, we will share our minds, and when day is done, we will know we've come here to be. A light for justice, a light for hope and peace like the world has never known. And love, oh love, is who we've come here to be. A light for freedom, a light for joy and healing like the world has never known. And love, oh love, is who we've come here to be. Oh love, is who we've come here to be. Can I take this out of here? Yeah. I usually do, don't I? I won't drop it, I promise. Sorry for the noise. Good morning once again. And that, of course, not only for the people of Minnesota, but the people of this country and the people of the world. That's the long and the short of it right there, is that our love, we were born as love, we are living as love, or we are called to live as love. The love of Spirit, of God, of any name that you might give it, is the reason that we're here in the first place. There's a scripture part, of course, that said that God so loved the world that God sent the teachers to remind us, throughout history, the teachers to remind us that is who we are here to be, that who we have come here to be. I have to share with you that in this past week, in these past few weeks, I've had an enormous shift in how I'm showing up as love, but not only just showing up as love, but showing up as action, as love in action. And I know it's different for everyone. It's different for practitioners, it's different for ministers, it's different from the roles that each one of us plays in this life, of when we do what we do, when we feel called to be an activist, or when we feel called to serve in some other way, to radiate that love and that light that we are. And I will say that I know that over the last few years, and I'll just say the last 10 of how things have shifted in this country. that I would get some pushback for not saying enough to address what was going on. And in New Thought, in any kind of consciousness practice, we absolutely do focus on our consciousness of love and peace, and as Reverend Gill said this morning and in the reading, what we focus on, of course, is what we create. Not the passing thought, but what we give our attention to. And so there, for me, this challenge and this struggle over the years of being a practitioner and being a minister, and especially in these increasingly volatile times, is when to step up, when to say, to not be polite, to be kind, to not offend, to not turn anybody off. And as that buzzword that just gets applied to everything these days, political. Humanity, as we know, is not political. Decency is not political. Kindness, empathy, compassion, none of that. That word that gets applied, as you know, and I'm preaching to the choir here, gets labeled so that we step away from it and we question ourselves, well, is it really? One of the turning points for me recently was when the word empathy was claimed. It said empathy is a made-up word. Yeah. Since when? Yeah, exactly. Aren't they all? We are meaning-making beings. That's what we do. We make meaning of everything. And we know that the language is shifting intentionally to make sure that we are off kilter, so that we doubt ourselves. We doubt our inherent love. We doubt the inherent wisdom and intelligence that we have within us. And making the shift. I don't know if many of you may be aware or not. I do a Wednesday thing called One Mind Wednesday, every Wednesday at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. I've been doing it for 3.5 years now. Just kind of a little a baby little sermon or just a thought. Sometimes I do a song, whatever. And I have been challenged, but I finally reached my tipping point. And last week I said, I'm done being quiet. Thank you, Gil. Because I can sit on my meditation cushion and I can sit in consciousness, I can sit in doing spiritual mind treatment, praying and affirming peace in the world, but if I'm not doing anything to assist that. That's that old thing, faith without works is dead. Consciousness in this teaching of consciousness requires action. I know you all know that. And that action is uncomfortable often. And it's uncomfortable because it is requiring us to move out of our comfort zones. It is requiring us to step into being the greater beings that we are as the love we have come here to be. I had a really interesting shift in addition to that this last week, and this is all cumulative, as it all is. Reverend Gill knows this, and several of you do. I was supposed to, I received my ordination with Gill on the same day, on April 30th of 2025. And I was to have my celebration, thank you, and congratulations again. Months of planning, I was supposed to have my ordination celebration in Austin, Texas. And the celebration part of this is when CSL says, yes, you are ordained, but this is the public acknowledgement and celebration where somebody, they put the stole on you. I mean, it's joyful, it's not somber, it's not solemn, but it's like, this is the public thing that says, yep, you got your stole, you're legit, right? So months of planning, people coming in from other places in town, and beginning of last week, when the original forecast said, yeah, it's going to be cool in Texas, and there's like a 20% chance of precipitation. It's like, okay, we're good. Because it was going to be like 70 on Friday, and the ordination was on Saturday, last Saturday. And as the days went on, the forecast kept getting worse and worse and worse. And I was like, this God's got a sense of humor. Because I'm driving from Santa Fe with my partner to Texas. And I lived in Texas for 21 years, and I know what ice storms in Texas are like, and they are awful. I grew up in Michigan. I know what snow is. I know how to deal with it. But ice, you all know, ice, all bets are off. So early in the week, I started getting texts from people like, well, you know, we're not sure we're going to come because of the weather. Well, we're not sure we're going to come because of this, you know. And the first, I call them the dominoes, but the first domino was Monday, a week ago Monday, when Reverend Dr. Michael Gott was going to be my guest, one of my guest musicians. And he texted me on Monday, and he's the senior minister at Unity of Houston. And he texted me on Monday, and he said, I think I can, you know, I know I can make it. I want to be there Saturday morning, but the timing, I'm worried about getting home. When, you know, when the ice storm was supposed to hit, when the temperatures were supposed to drop. I said, okay. And I kept watching, and then the texts and the emails kept coming in. You know, we're not sure. We'll watch the live stream. We'll watch the live stream. I was like, okay. And then Wednesday was like, declining weather report. But my partner and I, we got on the road Thursday. Like, you know, we're doing treatment. We know everything's going to be fine. The timing's going to be great. And we got about 4 hours outside of Austin. And the tech guy from the church where I was going to have the ceremony texted me and said, do you have a plan B? and tailing that was saying, you know how people in Texas don't handle ice very well. And I went, oh, man. So from that moment, I knew, and this is that place when we do treatment, we have an expectation, we put all our energy into it, we put our love into it, we put our, yes, this is going to work. Yes, this is going to happen. The weather pattern will shift north. It will be warmer than expected. It won't be as much, you know, all of those things that we can hold for. But the bottom line was the timing, God's timing just wasn't right. We got to Sweetwater, Texas. After I made some phone calls, I checked in with my mentor, I checked in with everybody, and it was like the wisest thing to do is to postpone this. So we turned around because we had a window here, of course, in New Mexico to get back before it, you know, before the ice shut down I-40, which it often does in the snow and the ice. But the bottom line of all of this is the learning that happened. And this is the whole thing, what I'm talking about today, living on the leading edge of life, leading edge of light, is we are in this beautiful dance and in concert with the intelligence of Spirit that is always working in our favor. Even when a very big event gets planned and the weather, you know, I mean, when I started planning this back in November, you know, you can't say, what's the forecast going to be at the end of January? I will say I did look at the Farmer's Almanac. and it, you know, all clear. I'm like, yay, okay, let's go. But here's the thing, all of this is we can do all of this work and the appearance of it all fell apart and everything went wrong. It's that thing that my dear friend and mentor, Reverend Mary Shaver in Austin said, remember that thing, delay is not denial. Delay does not mean denial. If we are truly keeping our faith in God's perfect timing, which, you know, sometimes it's just, you got to just completely let go. Say, yeah, I got no control over this. But what is so interesting is that what happened is that my ordination weekend, I know about my boundaries. I know about, I can overcommit. I can oh, sure, I'll be happy to do this, happy to do this. I kept the weekend open. I didn't specifically say I'm going to work on Sunday morning. No, I want to enjoy my ordination. But interestingly enough, it's like when people knew I was coming, they were like, can we do this? Can we do this? Can we do this? And I was like, oh, sure, 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 sure. And then I was like, wait a minute. So in the course of all of this planning, and actually just a few weeks before the event was supposed to happen, my ordination Saturday went to ordination Saturday, Sunday morning, because there was a miscommunication. I was like, no, I don't want to do it. And then the music director 2 weeks before said, are you going to do the music on Sunday? I was like, wasn't planning on it, but I guess I'm in. And then somebody else wanted me to do the music for a memorial service. Someone else wanted me to do a private commitment ceremony. And I realized this is too much. And God also apparently realized it was too much too. And this is that living on the leading edge thing, and this all ties into what's happening in this country right now. We have, in every moment, the opportunity to take a pause and say, what is mine to do? And what do I really want to do? Not out of ego, not out of, I don't want to serve, but what is going to give me the greatest amount of peace and groundedness so that I can show up fully as the love I have come here to be? There is a thing you've probably heard before, that principle is not bound by precedent. And in all of this logistical soup that was happening, and the planning, and the, I hope it works, it's stressful, I want to be relaxed, I want to serve people, I want to be good, I want to be nice, I want to be helpful. Just because a weather thing knocked my ordination out of last weekend does not mean that the right thing isn't going to show up. The way that would be more celebratory, and there's a whole lot more behind that don't need to get into, but Ernest Holmes says there is no law in the universe that seeks to perpetuate old limitations, but there is a law which responds to our greatest vision at the exact level of that vision. Basically meaning that what's going on in the world, what's going on in our individual lives, what's going on in the sense of absolute crumbling of everything familiar and comfortable, something new is emerging. The principle behind that is, of course, that the law does not change, that God's loving presence is in all of it. And we can say we are living in unprecedented times, yes, for us. For those of us alive on the planet right now going, wow, we have never been through this. Well, no, we have not personally, but human history has. God was present. God's love was present in every war, every takeover, every invasion, every crusade. Every mass killing, genocide. Every bit of corruption and greed and blatant cruelty. And that is where we have our struggle, and this is the soupy place we do our work. Because if we are in a practice of knowing that God's presence is everywhere present, in every single moment, our very human selves want to back up and say, why? Why is this happening? And as you well know, why is not the most empowering question that we can ask. Maybe you don't. But by the way, why, asking why, is the least empowering question that we can ask ourselves. The most important, the most empowering question that we can ask ourselves is, who am I in this situation? Who do I want to be? Who do I need to be? As an expression of God, who and how do I need to show up? Oh, wiggly, uncomfortable things. It means I have to change. I have to change. When we keep, you know the definition of insanity, we keep doing the same thing, expecting different results. In recovery circles, there's one that I learned a couple years ago, and it was, we keep going to the hardware store for a loaf of bread. You know, it seems obvious, but our conditioned thinking and our comfort zones say, okay, I'm going to try one more time. And I was doing some of that in the upheaval of my ordination celebration. Was going, okay, I'm going to try treatment one more time, see if I can change the weather. But the deeper part of me, that love of God, that intelligence in me knew, yeah, just let this go. Let this go for right now. We are in these times of, we need to know when to let go of, I'm going to keep trying this same thing, which would be now. Let go of that thing that you keep doing that just doesn't work or doesn't seem to work. Step back and say, okay, I get it. I'm beating my head against a wall here. Okay, infinite intelligence, what you got for me? Because I'm not getting it. My limited human intelligence cannot solve this, but the infinite intelligence that I have access to can. We are the precedent. I wrote this down. We are old precedents. Let me read this first, and it'll make more sense, because I went, wait a minute, that won't work. There is a story. It's called Wholeness Made Visible. This teacup was simple and unremarkable, and the master used it every morning. It fit his hands well, and it held the heat just right. One day, a student accidentally reached across the table and knocked it on the floor, and the teacup shattered. The student apologized and offered to replace it with something finer, and the master said no. He repaired the cup, sealing the cracks with lacquer and mixed with gold. And when he finished the repair, the fractures were clearly visible. The student saw the cup and said, but master, now everyone can see where the cup was broken. But the master smiled and poured tea into the cup and said, yes, now they can see where it was worth repairing. He lifted the cup gently and said, it is not new, but it is whole. Yes. So we are, collectively in this country and in the world, we are old precedents being shattered. We are the old precedents that are being shattered and need to be shattered in order to evolve the consciousness and the love that we are here to be. If you think about, or if you even contemplate, the history of war, the history of civilizations, the history of domination and power over and taking, and you also contemplate the history of spiritual paths, religions, mystical ways of being, we can see that over the course of history, there had to be a breaking down before it could be made whole again. Before we could recognize that the wholeness was already there and has always been there, it just took on a different form. It appeared different. So on the one hand, I am on a daily basis, heartbroken, enormously sad, horrified, shocked, fill in the blank, as you probably are as well. But the beauty of what I know from this teaching that I have been in for over 25 years is that we are breaking down all the stuff that doesn't serve us living as one peaceful, equitable humanity. And it's messy, it is messy, it is messy. It is difficult, but if I stay grounded, and I have to, I stay grounded in knowing that the presence of God is in all of this. The activity of God is in all of this. But I have to cooperate with it to do my part. We are inherently loving, compassionate, kind beings. And what I know and I see about what has been happening in the world and this ramp up is that there is a tremendous amount of pain and separation in the souls of those who do so much harm. They can't even see how that core wound of that belief in separation from Source is so incredibly painful. And we all have it. It's just that some of us have recognized it, usually through a lot of very hard living and a lot of hard learning, until we get back to the premise that we are all made from love. We are all here to be love. And we are all here to help others remember that they are love. We don't disavow judgment. We don't disavow justice for those doing harm. Responsibility and accountability. This is where my work is now. To hold that saying, yes, must be held accountable, but I'm also going to hold with compassion and treating my own mind for peace in my own heart and healing in my own soul. What is so very curious, yesterday was a really rough day. The last couple days have been and I'm just weeping just at the drop of a hat with anything and everything, kindness and not kindness. And I was really tired last night. I went to bed early, and I'm, laying in the bed, and my phone starts ringing. And I have a call blocker stuff. It's highly recommended to keep spam away. It's been marvelous. But my phone rang 4 times in a row around 10:30, 11:30, and after midnight overnight from an 800 number, and I'm like, what's going on? So I finally picked it up and they was leaving voicemails. And the voicemail was, this is NCI something, 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 Williamson County Prison in Texas. Williamson County is a county just above Austin. So, and they kept calling. And I'm like, I wouldn't be able to do anything. I don't live in, if it's a friend, I would think somebody else would have let me know that something happened. Somebody that I know is in jail and in trouble. And they called back this morning. And it gives you a prompt. When it comes from a prison, it gives you a prompt. You can accept this call, you can deny it, and you can block any further calls coming from this number, which I thought I had done. But something in spirit said, don't. Called again this morning, and I, being wary of anything that has to do with a prison or a detention center these days, I answered this morning, and I just said, hello. And I heard this male voice that said, hello? And I said, who is this? He goes, wrong number. But when I was driving here from Santa Fe this morning, and I was thinking about that, it put that thing into my awareness, that there are numerous people being detained for not legitimate reasons. And in my own hesitancy to answer that call, I went into my own fear. Kind of like we are these days. What if this isn't legit? But when I was driving here this morning, I thought, I didn't give that man the opportunity to say, it didn't even come to me, to say, I'm going to pray for you, whatever's happening. But I prayed for him on my way here. And in the back of my mind, I'm like, man, I wish I could call him back. Just to let him know. So Spirit works in its timing. If we're paying attention, we get those messages. We get those opportunities to say, oh, this is where I'm supposed to serve today. This is how I can be more love today. So I invite you, pay attention, stay grounded, cry, scream, rage. I'll admit it, I had to do that yesterday. In my house by myself, not harming anybody, but I just had to get out the words and get that out of my body so that I could be open enough to be present, to be loving, and get back to this, okay, what's mine to do? Don't stuff the fear. Feel it, name it, claim it, then let it go. Same thing with anger, with grief. Name it, claim it, let it go. Make space. Be willing. Be willing to be courageous enough to let God use you. That's all I got for you today. I'm going to sing you a song with a prayer. So I'm going to mix both. If you just want to get a little quiet and take that in, I'm just going to... So this is what I know to be so. The God is I am that we heard this morning in meditation before the service is the simplest, the easiest way into that peaceful state. But we have to be willing. To hear it, and then to follow it. And so I know that for each of us today, I claim it, I proclaim it. That there is a willingness, because God's courage is our courage. God's light is our light. God's peace is our peace, and God's love is our love. And all we have to do is be willing to take it in. It's always available. I am willing. open my heart. I am willing to be the change I wish to see. And I know that it's all love, 'cause I am willing to listen to the still small voice in me. I am willing to open my mind. I am willing to be the change I wish to see. And I know that it's all good, 'cause I am willing to listen to the still small voice in me. I am willing to open my life. I am willing to be the change I wish to see. And I know that I can trust, 'cause I am willing to listen to the still small voice in me. Yes, I am willing to listen to the still small voice in me.
Thank you, Reverend Kit. Thank you so much. I couldn't help but, with all you said and thinking about it, that in the 3.5 years I've been here, we've been repeating our mission statement, or our vision statement, rather. We are transforming the world with the power of love in action. And a couple weeks ago, we sat around these tables and asked some questions, and one of the things that came up multiple times was how excited people were about the possibility of being in ministry with different people in our new location, because we're not in a little corner. We're in an area with a neighborhood behind us, with other businesses next to us, and with a whole thing from the city across the street working with youth. So anyway, it's that appearance of breaking down, and I have this feeling that the gold is being put back into our teacup as we move there, and that we will see how it holds the tea. So thank you for that. Thank you for that. So we come to that point where we have the opportunity to give monetarily. We all are giving in so many ways, and it's so appreciated. And I just want to say, our abundance is not limited to this. It's when we're giving online. It's when we are showing up to paint. It's all those things. So let's just hold our hands on our heart If we have a gift, we can hold it there too and say together, I am abundant, and I give from my abundance. I am prosperous, and I give from my prosperity. I am blessed, and I give from my blessings. My blessings of spirit are as abundant as the stars, and so I give and receive generously, and so it is. So while Reverend Kit plays a little bit, the baskets are here. If you're at home, there's stuff across your screen. Please feel free to come forward.
Peace, be still. Peace, be still. Be still and know the light of God surrounds us everywhere we go. So peace, be still and know the light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us, and all is well. The presence of God watches over us, no matter where we go. So peace, be still and know. So peace, be still and know. Thank you.
And so with that, we just bless all that we are able to give and receive, and know that it is utilized in the best and most efficient and loving way that it can be. And so it is. Amen. So today is the first Sunday of the month, and we get to celebrate Birthday Sunday. So, being February, do we have any birthdays in February? Yes? Yes? Well, come on up. Come on up. Come on up. We've got some powerful feminine energy happening with this birthday month, don't we? So, Robin is making her way up. It is her birthday month as well. I will share with you next Saturday the 7th was my mom's birthday. So it's a popular month. So we are going to invite you to share what you are claiming this year for your birthday. Say who you are.
I'm Cheryl, and Kit just confirmed for me, because I was thinking this word, and she just confirmed it for me, is love. I am loved by all of you people, and I believe that's what sped the healing for me after surgery. So I'm loved, I am loving, I am love.
Yes.
Good morning. I am Michelle, and I am claiming prosperity in service.
All right.
Good morning, I'm Robin, and I'm claiming clarity, order, and abundance.
All right.
So as we receive those from you and hold those for you, we are going to sing.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to
All right. right, and now it's time for some reminders. What a joy that we have been able to celebrate together today. Don't forget to take advantage of the prayer being offered in the prayer garden after services. And also, if you want to write a written prayer, there's a table at the north side of the sanctuary over here that has forms on it where you can write those out. And you can also go online. Lastly, please join us for food after the service, which will be served right here in the social hall. So, or in the sanctuary, not social hall. Oops, yeah. Anyway, thank you. Time for a closing song.
All right. Do you stand for the end? Yes, please do. We're doing Blessed Always today. There we go. Blessed always, blessed always, for the arms of God surround us. Let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and say amen. Blessed always, for the arms of God surround us. Let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and say amen.
Do you have an affirmation for us?
I'd be happy to do an affirmation. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us and is within us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well, and all is well. And so it is.
So it is. Thank you.